Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and today I'm going to be discussing a feature a lot of people are telling me to discuss, and that is save transfers from Minecraft current gen to Minecraft next gen. So PS3 to PS4 and Xbox 60 to Xbox One. And there's not a whole bunch we know about this, although it is confirmed to be coming for both consoles now. In my original video, I said it wasn't coming to PS3, but they kind of hinted that they're trying as hard as they can on it. So we can probably assume it is coming out because they like to keep the features balanced. And yeah, so a lot of people wondering, will this cost me money? Will it be easy? Is it something I actually can do? Or is it just this really difficult process that they say you can do, but it's not really worth doing? And I'm going to try and answer as many of those questions as I can in this video. So first of all, let's get into how you would transfer save. So there's three main ways they could do it. Two of them are very similar, but the first way is physically. So they could force you to somehow get your storage off the PS3 and physically onto your PS4, as well as off your 360 and onto the Xbox One. This would be very difficult and require some form of adapter to be brought out, because currently, for instance, Xbox 60, you can put saves on USB devices and memory cards, but the Xbox One won't accept either of those things, and I believe PS3 doesn't even have memory cards, and I think you can save onto a USB, but again, I don't think the PS4 will accept it. So, honestly, to do this, they'd have to do a bunch of infrastructure work on the consoles, and that seems like a lot of effort to tell people to do something really difficult, and it doesn't seem that likely, which is good news. So physical is pretty much ruled out, which is good for everyone involved. So the other two ways involve, first of all, using the cloud saved games. So on Xbox 60 or PS3, I'm sure you're familiar with this. Whenever you save, they give you a prompt to save it onto the cloud so you can use it wherever you want. And it requires a fair amount of configuring. I've tried to do it myself once and decided it's not worth the effort. But basically, if you want to go through just a little bit of effort, you save it onto the cloud. Then I'd imagine when you withdraw it on your PS4 slash Xbox One, they'll do some form of conversion process locally that might take some time, because they're obviously converting a save format that's not meant to run on the next-gen consoles. So it might be like a 2-3 minute process. And also, a lot of people are wondering if that did happen. I'd imagine it would give you options while you're doing this for the world size and stuff, but I'll talk about that later. And thirdly, the final way they could do it is to ignore the current system, because it might not be cross-compatible just yet, and to use a 4J or Mojang built server that's in-game, where it's like, do you want to transfer a save? And then you go for a bunch of effort, you upload it onto their server, and then somehow you can get it back off using your user account details. This method would probably be easier, because they'd probably try to streamline it as much as they could. It'd require the most effort from them, but they've got a lot of time on the next-gen consoles, so they might put a lot of focus onto this, because it's something they really care about. And then you just simply go onto your Xbox One, you download it, and it does a little bit of conversion, but it's saved in a format that isn't just the binary digits, it's how the world works, and then hopefully that would make magical things work. So yeah, they're the two main ways I think it could happen. It could use the built-in console save functions, or they can make their own. The console ones is probably more obtuse, but it's probably more likely, but hopefully they do make their own. So how would the actual saves work? So I'd imagine it will keep all of your stuff. It's not just, it's going to try to keep as much of your stuff as you can, because they want to try and drive sales as much as they can, which they can do by basically letting you keep your entire save, everything about it. It will just stay exactly the same. But I think when you transfer it onto the next gen consoles, because there's a lot of features you can't just access by transferring your world, I think they'll give you options around it. So if you have a world that is purpose built to be the size of the Xbox 360 and PS3 world, so like 800 by 800, I think it'll give you an option, and it'll be like, okay, do you want to keep this world size, which will allow you to get a rare world, essentially, because they're going to be a lot bigger than that on the next gen, or it'll give you an option that's like, we can extend the world, it will take us about a couple minutes, but then you can have the full, however big the world would be, and it will just be centered around your 360 world. And I'd like to see this feature implemented, because it'd really allow, for instance, with my Update Adventures Let's Play, that's my current one that I'm going to be talking about, it'd be really cool if I could just be like, oh, it's kind of limited right now, it'd be nice if you extended that. I wouldn't mind waiting 5 minutes. I'm sure a lot of you that have big Let's Play worlds that you've pretty much, entirely explored and farmed and done all you can with it, it would be really nice to get an extra, 20, 50, 100 times your size, just to completely go wild with. Plus, there's the Nether. It might be interesting to see if they keep the Nether scaled if you do that, or if they'd have to rebuild the world there. Hopefully, they do have enough tools so it is an option, rather than just it's like you transfer your save, you immediately get your world, and there's just no options about it. I'd really appreciate if they have some form of thing regarding that. So yeah. quickly summarize this video, there are two ways that they could be doing it. They could either be doing it through the Microsoft and Sony system, which is a little bit more effort and, probably a little more obtuse, but more likely, or they could do it through their own servers. It'd be nice if they had some form of option, and I choose to believe there is going to be some form of option that is going to allow you to, extend your world if you want to, because not everyone wants their 800 by 800 worlds. I kind of like them. They've got some purposes, but I think for the most part, having however big the next gen world is, will definitely be a lot better than that. So yeah, if you liked the video, you can like it and let me know. A lot of people asked me to discuss this, so if you have any general things you want me to discuss, I can do that, because that's what I do as a YouTuber. If you did like this one, I think I already said that part, so I'm just going to go to an outro before I start repeating myself again.